Already fixtures for the 2025-2026 Nigerian Premier Football League has been released. And of course, Enyimba will be playing away from home on the first day of the season against a newly promoted Barao FC. Tony is a big fan of Barao FC. there's some very hot soup cooking with Barao FC.
Of course.
And we also have the big one. It's going to be, is it Remo and Rivers?
Yeah.
Remo Rivers.
In
That certainly is going to be, talk of the town. Is going to more like usher us, into the new season. But then talking about the Nigerian Premier Football League this morning, the Npfl yesterday reaffirmed its zero tolerance stance on the sale of league slots, declaring such practices as direct violation of its operational guidelines and core principles. Speaking during the league's annual general meeting and official draws in Abuja, Npfl chairman Tumbagbenga Elegbele addressed recent concerns regarding Heartland's acquisition of Beyond Limit slots. Elegbele explained that the intervention became necessary as both Beyond Limit and Remo Stars are owned by the same entity, an arrangement that breaches the league's regulation against dual ownership. He said, in this situation, Beyond Limit and Remo Stars are from the same source. We cannot allow one entity to own two clubs in the Npfl. It's against the rules. He further added that the league had approached other clubs, including Sporting Lagos and Gombe United, who declined the offer to step in. Eventually, Heartland was selected. He emphasized that the scenario was an exception, not a precedent. And of course, this brings me to the interview Tony had yesterday with the CEO chairman of Kun Khalifat Football Club, and he stated categorically that Kun Khalifat is not for sale. But he said if the state government should call him, he would hand over the club to the state government.
Yep. Very true, Sam. That report you actually stated there, Benge Lebele, the man running the Npfl these days, has said that the Npfl has put a ban on slot sales. I wonder how they are going to do that, because we've seen before now where teams gain promotion and had to let go Beyond Limit, one of them. Though the Npfl is saying that you cannot own two teams and allow them, a private owner cannot own two teams and allow them play in the Npfl.
Tony says,
but the question is,
you cannot own two teams actually.
Well, I don't want to go deep, because we know the case of Abia Warriors Enyimba.
Well, Abia Warriors was
they said
it was registered as a private club.
As a private club.
Yeah.
But who runs the show?
Well, the
Who
government
runs the
actually.
show? Let's be very real here. The club registered as a private club, yes, but then who is sponsoring Abia Warriors? It is the Abia state government. But then let's not delve into that. Let's talk about this one. Already, Sam, you and I know there's been talks about who is going to come into the Npfl. Heartland looking for a way to play, Lobby Stars, Aqua United, all those teams that got relegated. But with a statement from Benge Lebele, I think let's see what's going to happen in the coming days, because that interview we did have with the CEO, chairman of Kun Khalifat, he did categorically state clearly that he will be playing in the Npfl. All things being equal, he will be playing there. But then he also made a statement that if the Imo State government are ready to play ball, then he might just hand over the team, to them. So with this statement of Elegbele, I don't know if it's going to contradict what Kun Khalifat said. This is Nigeria, Sam. A whole lot is happening on the ground. This is not the first time we've heard statements like this, and at the end, some rules are being, twisted. So let's see how the coming weeks is going to look like. It's quite interesting. Already the draws have been made. He did talk about the match they won. The fans are already looking forward to the league returning. I think on the 22nd or so
of August.
Of August. That's about a month from now, or less than a month from now. So teams are getting ready. Preparations are in top gear. And we can only hope for a better, league season come 2025/26 season.
Okay, now this brings me to the representatives of the CAF Interclub competition, with draws about to be made. Our teams will certainly be knowing who they'll be squaring up against, in time to come. I will have representatives in the CAF Champions League and, of course, the CAF Confederations Cup. The CAF Champions League will see Remo Stars, winners of the league, and, of course, Rivers United, hoist the flag of Nigeria as far as the CAF Champions League is concerned. And the Confederations Cup will see Abia Warriors, who finished third in the league, and of course Aquara United. Now, on the balance of scale, we've not really done well on the continent of Africa in the CAF Interclub competition. The truth is, are we expecting these teams to go beyond and over? Rivers United have been there before. We've seen them quite a number of times. As a matter of fact, maybe they have the best outing lately. Yes, as far as the CAF Interclub competition is concerned. But Remo Stars are becoming a new force to be reckoned with. It's the second time they were playing CAF Champions League, or third time. They now understand the trajectory. They understand, the pattern. But is it enough? And besides that, or besides that, we also have the Confederations Cup. We'll be seeing new entries.
Yeah.
Abia Warriors, the first time of playing on the continent. Kwara United. What exactly are we expecting from our delegations to the CAF Interclub competition?
Well, Sam, is a very tough one. The truth is, the records are very clear. Nigerian teams have struggled to perform well in the last couple of years on the continent, and I don't know if that's going to change. Realistically, I think we really cannot compete with some of these top North African teams. I'll just state it clearly. The North Africans have shown clearly that they have dominated, CAF interclub competitions at least in the last 10 years. It's very clear. I don't know. For Rivers United, yes, maybe realistically they might just be the team that might, push a step further.
Okay.
Remo Stars, yeah, they've been there in the last 2-3 years. We've seen them, trying to play in the continent. They're looking like that team too that might push. Abia Warriors, first time on the continent. They're going to need a whole lot of work. I was speaking to a top official of the club, and he did admit that, come on, it's not going to be an easy ride. First time experience, there's always a time to learn. I think this will be a learning curve for Abia Warriors. If they punch above their weight, fine and good. But then I'm not expecting them to do so much. Maybe the best bet might just be if they play well, maybe get to the group phase. I'm not expecting Abia Warriors, to go to the semis or the quarter or the finals. But if they do that, I would be surprised, because continental football is a different ball game from what you play back home here. For Kwara United, they've been there once or twice. They're making a return to the continent. It's not going to be an easy feat. The truth is, Sam, Nigerian clubs will always struggle to replicate good form on the continent. The North Africans, what those guys are doing, can we match the caliber of players they have in terms of quality? Administratively, are we good enough in terms of facilities? Can we match what the North Africans have? The truth is very clear for even the blind man to see. Football is a game of opportunities. You need to also prepare very well for you to get the result. The likes of the Raja Casablancas, the Wydad Casablancas, the Sundowns of this world, name them, the Al Ahlis of this world, the TP Mazimbes and Esperons of this world. They didn't just wake up one day, to win all the laurels they've won. Go back to their leagues, you would see that almost everything is working. The system is even helping these teams, to do well. How many teams from the country here can arrive 2-3 days before a match day? We get to see situations where teams even struggle to travel. So all these things factored in, you would see that Nigerian teams will always struggle. So for me, I'm not going to expect so much from Nigerian teams on the continent.
Okay.
This is just me saying this. If they perform well, I would be surprised. But personally, I just think the best bet for all the Nigerian teams would just be the group stage.
Okay.
And most of them might even fall by the wayside before the group stage.
Of course, we'll be having the first prelim, the second prelim, and if they do well, maybe qualify to the group stage. And for the teams that will be dropping,
Sam, you can imagine some teams don't even have a home ground to play. So is that the kind of thing when you're traveling to North Africa? Abia Warriors is playing in Uyo now. They'll play in Uyo now.
All of them will play for Uyo now.
Imagine
Has CAF reassessed the stadiums in Nigeria?
See, yes, they were in Kwara. They visited the Lorin Stadium, I think 3 or 4 days ago.
Have they okayed it?
Well, they've not given a verdict.
Have they okayed the Kenne Stadium?
I think Ikene will pass the test.
Okay.
I feel
Have
that.
they okayed the Samaka Stadium?
Okay.
Well, because Rivers United last played in Uyo as well.
I'm not too sure of the Adokia Stadium.
Okay, so probably have about 2 or 3 teams
in Uyo. The only team I think that might get that pass mark would be Remo Stars.
Okay.
Remo Stars, Kwara United Stadium in Lorin. There are a whole lot of grey areas in that stadium. So for me, Nigerian teams, most of them don't even have a home ground that is passed.
No, they have, Tony. When you say they don't have
a home ground that is certified fit enough. So
by CAF,
is as good
not
as,
by the NPFL.
It's as good as not having a good home ground. If CAF cannot certify your stadium good enough to host a continental fixture, then it's as good as your pitch is bad.
Okay.
That's what it is.
I didn't say so. Tony said
no, it's clear. If we are saying we have good pitches, why won't CAF give us an A mark? But you go to North Africa, you go to some East African countries, you get to see lots of stadiums.
I don't want to bring this up, but because we do not even have the time to discuss it. Do you think politics is being played?
Sam, whether politics or not, why
Okay, we're not getting it.
why can't we also play the
politics,
politics?
okay.
Why do we have
Fair
people?
question.
Why do we have people in the CAF committees?
Fair
Is
question.
it just electing people to go into the CAF committees? At a time like this, play the politics.
Okay.
Football is also politics.
All right.
So now that CAF will visiting some teams or some stadiums to ascertain the level of preparedness, we should play the politics. We have some Nigerians in the CAF executive committees. What are they doing? What are they doing there?
Chopping money.
So if CAF come and say, hey, your stadium is not good enough, more trouble for you. So it's like playing away from home.
Okay, okay.
Even giving your opponents a better chance to knock you out.